everyone, here I am in my garage. First project of the year. Well, I just took the cover off the boat from the winter, and now I'm removing all the butyl tape from my railings that I took off last year. I'm just getting the butyl tape off the connecting points here. I already got one done, but I think I'm going to go over it again with my heat gun. So I'm just using a heat gun, just a regular heat gun, to heat up the butyl tape, and then using a microfiber cloth to wipe the butyl tape off. Seems to be working pretty good. I couldn't find much for videos online about how people were doing this, but some people suggested like soapy water and things like that, but I didn't want to have any contaminants on here for when I have to lacquer it. So what did I got this stuff. Sikkens, I guess it's called. Cetol marine gloss. So I was using Helmsman spar varnish, but I found it didn't work very good. It only lasts about 2 or 3 years, and then I have to redo it. So I'm going to use this new stuff and see if that works better. Anyway, that's the first project of the year, and I'll keep you updated. I have a little piece right here that was right down to the wood, so I'm just sanding it lightly with 150 sandpaper just to get the gray off of the teak. So the stain can actually penetrate the wood, otherwise it would just have a little spot there still, I think. I'm also using this little nylon pad to scuff up the surface before I apply the Cetol. I think it should be good enough just to rough it up a little bit. Okay, I've got the railings all sanded down and scuffed and ready to go. So I hung them up here in the garage and just started with the Sikkens. Looks pretty good. It's quite runny, so you have to be careful not to put too much on because it just starts to run. But seems to be pretty close match to the Helmsman spar varnish that was on there before, so should be good to go. Okay, I've got 4 coats of the Sikkens on here now on the railings, and it only calls for 3 coats, but for good measure I just threw another one on there, and looks like they turned out pretty good. I just got my Bimini back from Artisan Mobile Upholstery. It's just wrapped up over here in this plastic, but I'm gonna take it out here and see how they did. Cost $1,000 almost. I think like $950 to get the I had an old color on there that didn't match the boat, and it also had a rip in it, so I got them to redo the whole Bimini. They added some zippers so I could take it off and on easier, but let's see how they did. Okay, well, here it is. The color is Pacific blue. So this is a little sock to fit around the backstay where it goes through the center of the Bimini. They've set it up so I can unzip it all the way up. Done quite a good job. I wish the Bimini was a little tighter. I'm used to it being, my previous one was much tighter than this. And they set it up with zippers so I can unzip it from the frame. I think overall they did a pretty good job. They added these, grommets or whatever you would call these things over the holes so I can attach my solar panel frame onto the Bimini. Before I just had holes in it and didn't work very well. Just out taking the cabin top roof off. I have to redo these wooden rails that the cabin top slides on. I already got one off. Just got to use painter's tool to try and pry them off. This one's pretty much off now anyway. I guess I don't really need this. There we go. They just need to be refinished along with the handrails that I had that I took off. Those are all done now. I was hoping to leave these on the boat and do them just on the boat, but as you can see, the weather's not cooperating. It's like -5 today and there's still lots of snow around, so I'm not going to be able to do them outside, so I'm going to take them off and bring them inside. Now I'm just adding coats of Sikkens to the cabin top rails. That allow the closure for the cabin top to close. They were flaking off. I did them last year or 2 years ago on the boat, and this year I decided to take them off and redo them completely. I'm also redoing, actually these are brand new. I built some of these a couple years ago, but they cracked in half. They're just the end stops for the Genoa track. I got these from Tanzer Boat Parts. They're prefabbed ones that I just had to drill holes in, so they obviously needed coated in Sikkens too, so they seem to be looking pretty good. This year at Wabamun, they've instituted a gray water collection rule, I guess, where you can't put your sink water in the lake anymore. So I have to build some sort of collection system, and I'm kind of copying off my friend John. He just used a 10-liter tank jerry can and tapped it off of his sink. So right now I'm just going to take this stopper and try and grind this off, the backing part of it. And to do that, I'm going to use my Dremel, and then I will connect this barbed 5/8 screw plug. So it's going to go like so, and then from there I'll be able to connect it to the drain for the tank or for the sink. So wish me luck. Got the hole drilled. I don't have a bigger drill bit than that, so unfortunately I'm gonna have to use my Dremel to try and widen the hole, and it's gonna have to be perfectly round so that this can thread onto it. Okay, so now I've taken, this is not the plan I started out with, so I've taken the spout and chopped it off. I've taken the stopper and drilled a hole in it so that this can fit through. So now it looks like that. And then, so I don't really need it to be threaded, but I needed this O-ring so that it would be sealed. So I put the O-ring in there from the spout, and then take this, whoops, wrong way, put it like that, and then screw the cap on. It's nice and solid and sealed, and then eventually this hose will go onto the tank like that and drain the sink. I don't want these project videos to get too long, so I'm probably going to end this one here and pick it up in a couple weeks when I have some more footage. This is real time right now, so there's the boat just sitting out here. Like I said, there's still lots of snow around, so we won't, I don't know. They're hoping to get the boats in, or the docks in, on April 30th. I think that's probably wishful thinking for this year, but I'm hopeful. And then boats are supposed to go in May 7th or May 14th, so I don't use the crane, so that won't really affect me. I can go in whenever I want, but I just use my trailer. But anyway, we'll end the episode here, and we'll see you next time.